Would you agree that you felt that momentum shift a little bit, the good PK to end the first, and you kind of just felt you guys were the better team from puck drop in the second?
Yeah, you know what? We made some. The second goal for sure was a turnover by our part, and they were kind of choking down walls on us. So we turned the puck over to give them two there. But I thought after that we kind of settled down and found our game, and obviously got back in the second period. Some good efforts, and usually the second period's the toughest because you have the long change. But give our kids a lot of credit for kind of grinding it out.
Yeah, credit for sure, Coach. That was a nice fortitude, gritty comeback win. Sometimes it's the little things that lead to the big things. For the game-winning goal, Yakov Novak, not a guy we've talked about a lot in this room, but he essentially raced across the neutral zone, crashed into somebody in the boards, created the turnover, and then eventually that game-winning goal happened. Is that something you discussed with the guys in the last couple of days, that let's pick up on these little things lead to big things?
Well, if you would have listened to me after the first period, we had to get more physical. We were flying by guys all over the ice, and when you do that, you make the other team look faster, play faster, and you have to slow them down. I think that was Roeder that actually had we call the rub out. Leighton Road had a great rub out by our bench there that hurt the guy, and then we got possession of the puck in the zone and then made that pass to Novi, missed a breakaway, then Macker cleaned it up there. So give the guys a lot of credit. You know what? It's, at the end of the day, you find a way here, and obviously with a nice crowd in the building, it was nice to get a win out of it tonight. Was it 4-2 or 3-2, John? Did you say 4-2?
3-2.
Yeah, I think you said 4-2.
Did I say 4-2?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. Go back on the film.
Not the first time I've been wrong.
I was thinking, did we score an empty net or no? So.
Coach Judd and I were actually saying after this, we felt this was kind of an important one, after some tough losses, the early part of this 2026. Do you feel like this was an important one for you guys to be able to get through?
I don't dwell on the past game, so I won't speak to that, but I think it's important if you look at the standings. We want to stay in that pack, right? We were kind of falling to the bottom part of that pack a little bit, so now it kind of pushes us ahead of Henderson a little bit. But there's a group of teams kind of in that 36 to 38 to 40-point range. We want to stay in there if we can and stay in the hunt, and that's what the kids did tonight. It was a gutsy effort, and we got a tough road trip going into Texas Tuesday, Wednesday. Texas playing very well. I think they beat Grand Rapids last night. I think they beat Chicago today. So they're playing much better, so it's going to be a good test for us going into Texas.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
congrats on the first goal here in the American Hockey League. Just your thoughts. I saw there was like that big sigh of relief with you and the guys that were out on the ice with you. It was coming.
Yeah. I actually thought Mo might have tipped it because he did a little loop in the corner there, but yeah, when everybody came over, I knew it was mine, and yeah, it felt good. Obviously, I was wanting to get one there.
In terms of the win, obviously a good character win for the group. Battle back down to score the next 3. Defensively, I thought everything cleaned up really well in front of Victor. Just talk about that, not easy that is, how difficult it is to come in relief like that for a goaltender.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it's tough. When he doesn't know he's coming in, it's tough for a goaltender any night. It doesn't matter the team. So, I thought he was good, and he held us in there every step of the way, and he was seeing pucks, stopping pucks. So that's huge.
Doesn't seem that there's any love lost between the Firebirds and Henderson. We kind of saw that bubbling a little bit, and then tonight, very physical, very intense game, but impressive how the Firebirds matched that physicality tonight. Did you sense a big difference between Wednesday and tonight from that physicality standpoint?
Yeah, for sure. I think we had more jump tonight. All over the ice, we're just a little harder. We wanted it more than we did the last game. I think they took it to us a little bit in the last game, but I think after that first, and we cleaned it up and kind of answered back.
Well, good,
Thank you.
man. Nice goal tonight. Good win.
Thank you.
Ian, nice win and nice goal tonight. We've seen this stretch in recent weeks for the Firebirds where you guys kind of fell behind, didn't have that same fortitude as you did maybe a couple months ago of coming back, but it's something that we definitely saw tonight. I don't know if there's something that occurred amongst your team and your locker room with Coach Laxdal in the last couple days to kind of re-energize that, to re-inject that, but we definitely saw it tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's tough sometimes when, guys are going up and down. A couple injuries here and there. So, you got to just stick with what you got in the locker room and, focus on the guys in there. And that's what we did. And we've been picking away at it. We're not going to, unfortunately, win every night. But as long as our effort's there, I think, we can look ourselves in the mirror after the game and be happy, if we worked hard. So games like tonight, we, maybe not the best first period, but we went in and talked about it in the intermission there and just said, you got to leave it all out there and no excuses pretty much. So, yeah, we came out flying in the second, third.
Physicality from your game is something that we're used to and that we always come to expect, but I feel like it's something that we saw from the entirety of the Firebirds tonight, something that was lacking perhaps in these recent games against Henderson. Did you sense it more tonight? Is it a more physical team effort?
Yeah, I think so for sure. When everyone's, getting on the body early and, just getting involved with the game, you have to have emotion as a team to, play good. And sometimes when you're flat and there's no emotion, no one's really going. No one's really, gelling off each other. So we have to prioritize coming out with some emotion, playing hard every night, get involved in the game, and, good things will happen.
Hey, Ian, you had mentioned in the first intermission there was some conversation about how you guys got to really kind of leave it all out there. Can you just describe a little bit more, like kind of what that was like in the locker room for you guys being down, especially after Wednesday's loss, which I know you guys felt you guys really wanted to kind of make up for?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's easy to come in the room and hang your head a bit when things aren't going your way. We were down too early, and the message was pretty much just be positive with each other, but make sure you're doing the right thing for the guy next to you. Like, positivity only goes so far, and it's a priority in our locker room, but at the same time, you have to be willing to take the next step and do it for your teammate instead of always being positive. You want to be making sure you're doing the right things out there, and everything else will follow.
Yeah, I had a conversation with John Hayden a couple weeks ago where he really said there's really no excuse in this team. You guys never feel like you're out of the games. Could you speak to that and what that where that resilience is coming from in your room?
Yeah, John's totally correct there. it just starts from the top to the bottom. You know, we all have to be going every night, and yeah, make sure that you know, we don't let games get out of hand, and we, you know, keep them tight. And you know, for a while there, we were a third period team, and that's what we have to keep doing, is just picking away at every period.
All right, thanks.
We talked on the bench just a bit ago about a character win, and I think we've all been around teams in different locker rooms. There's a camaraderie, there's a close-knit group in that room now. Would you agree one of the better teams you've been around?
Yeah, absolutely. Every year's been a great team. They always, you know, it's always good that we gel so well here, and you know, we really have no excuse when we leave this rink. There's, you know, plenty to do, a lot to be happy about and be proud about. So, you know, when we come to the locker room, you know, we got to make sure we're always gelling. And yeah, all the guys in the room are great. There's no one singled out or anything. You know, everyone brings something different every day, and it's always fun. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats. I'm sure not easy coming in off the bench like that in relief, but maybe the flip side, less thinking, just get in there and do it, and safe to say maybe you just got in there and just it came natural to you.
Yeah, it's always different coming in relief like that. But yeah, like you said, it kind of gets you thinking out of it. But with that said, you always got to stay ready, obviously. And yeah, it was fun. I thought the guys played really well. We had a great response from last game, and our second period is really good. And, after a shaky start there, and yeah, just really proud of the guys.
For you, obviously having a front row seat for the defense, they thought they really locked it down once you came in relief. Just talk about the core out there.
Yeah, no, they really didn't have that much. What they had, they kind of had to fight hard for. I thought last couple of games, we've kind of given up, like we've kind of made it a little too easy on them. But we really tightened it down today, and it was really good to see. And especially in the third, they really didn't have much. And that last kill there is huge too, 6-on-4, and they get maybe 1 or 2 shots on net, but that's it. And yeah, the guys played real well.
I mean, could you just speak to that kill? I mean, you guys had this 6-on-4 and managed to come out on top despite that. What was that like for you playing in that scenario, and how important was that for you guys to finish off that kill, obviously, to secure the game, obviously? Yeah,
no, anytime it's a situation like that where it's games on the line, 6-on-4 especially, it's everyone's going to have to dig in. We did that, and yeah, it was just awesome to see. It's one of those character moments that you really can take with you moving forward. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.